I mean, and going back to what you shared, I love that you chose a role or doing a job, even your purpose. Let me not even just call it a job. Living your purpose by doing something that will really give your life ease and allow you the opportunity to just live and do whatever you wish for. The struggle now is the 8 to 5.
Yeah.
The struggle now is waking up every day, facing traffic, going to the office for 8 hours, driving again into traffic, coming back home. You are exhausted. I mean, for those that have kids, families, you have to cook, do all of this and all of that. It's a lot. It's a lot. And this government officials, they are busy going on and all. None of their manifestos have 4-day work day or something like is the word? Working 4 days in Yan or something. Like none of them. Like for the what? Anyway, I'm no politician. We're not going to get into that. But something that happened to me, I mean, I have my own business. At the same time, I'm working for a corporate, right? But there was a season where a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, where I was doing both, juggling both still. And my doctor said I had symptoms of stroke. That was the scariest. I think I was 33 or 32 at the time. I'm 37 now.
Yeah.
If I have to say so.
Doesn't look 37.
Thank you. So my doctor said I had symptoms of stroke because I wasn't resting enough. I was relying so much on energy drinks, which are so bad for us. I'm still guilty of taking 1 or 2 every now and again, but they're really not good for us. And can I tell you the one that I used to drink more? Please, no judgments. I would go to, there was a spa near where I used to stay in Midrand. I would buy a 6-pack of Dragon. The worst. Sorry, I had to say it. No judgment though, but
Go para honale ward. Dragon.
Right now, I hate that thing with, every piece of me. Because I think not only was I, because I was consuming so much of it, but because also it's not good. I mean, any energy drink is not good for us. So now I've reverted to like a slow mag. I would have a slow mag. I would have my coffee and drink lots of water and all of that. But without digressing, why I'm mentioning this, I feel like we are slowly dying as a society, as individuals, while chasing our dreams, chasing, the bag. Let me not just say the dream, but the bag, because it's like we don't have much of a choice. But I really want us to, and you would, I think you've said it, you've kind of shared a bit, you choose the life that you want by doing something that works better for you, something that allows you the leeway to live a little, to have time with your family, to be able to just have a rest day. On a worst day, going to a coffee shop, like for us it's foreign. I remember when we went to Cape Town, Kamereko, and then this one time we were just by V&A taking a walk. We went to a conference, and it was during the week, and a whole lot of people were in restaurants having coffees, people there just having fun by the V&A waterfront, some taking boat cruises, and I was like, on a Tuesday, or was it Wednesday? I don't remember. Like, it was foreign to us to say, hey, we used to being in the office in days like this, like working and all of that. Do you think there's something that we can do better? Because honestly, I feel like sometimes we don't have choices. It's like your work requires you to be there 24/7, but our health gets affected. So do you think we have any other choice in this? Or if we don't have any other choice, how can we best take care of ourselves? Because I think the biggest struggle is us, struggling, like your mental health, your even your physical health, you're always tired and all of that. Fatigue. How can we manage that? I mean, as someone who comes from the medical side of things, I'm sure you have an idea of this kind of things, but I love what you mentioned about the flexibility that you would create for your life. And I wish we all get to that point at some point in our lives. But yeah, I know I talk too much, but you got my question right. Yeah,
I did. People have bills to pay.
People
have responsibilities. So it would be selfish of me to just narrow my answer and not think about people's circumstances and people's situations. I always have this thing in my mind that by all means, don't lose yourself. Right? And I think the reason why I think I mentioned much earlier that it's important to spend time with yourself, because when you spend time with yourself, you get to know yourself, right? And we're going to probably have to work the jobs that we don't like for quite some time.
That's true.
But in that moment while you're working that job, while you're waking up at 5 a.m. and you go into that traffic and you come back late, Gabo 5, traffic happy. Self-discovery and being self-aware of your talents and your gifts is something that's very important. And I think even with the agenda woman movement, Nomdeni would say something so powerful like, follow the breadcrumbs. So follow the things that you love, do the things that you love, and grow from those things. Eventually, I feel like something will come up, and you will be able then to decide, is it worth the risk, to leave my job and pursue this? Because I left my job from a sustainable salary or a stable salary, and right now,
or a safe salary.
Yes, a safe salary.
For safety when we go to
exactly this. But even in that safe salary, right, I wasn't fulfilled because it was the hours that were not making me happy. So as much as I loved my profession, I knew that this is not what I want. And I think I was constantly working towards that goal to leave.
Okay.
So I think you can't just say you want to do something or you want more flexibility and you're not actually pursuing that.
I love that.
You get what I'm saying? So I was actively pursuing it, and I had told myself that I want to leave the hospital after 5 years, but I extended because of COVID.
Yeah.
And I left after 7 years. But my goal was always to leave. And because I didn't want to work. Yeah, so have a goal in place, work towards it, see how you can grow within your profession, because we are not all podcasters, creatives, social media creatives, but see where your gifts and talents lead you, and follow the breadcrumbs, do what you can, and see where it takes you. I think that's
beautiful. I love that so much. Thank you so much for that. I think having that goal, it's very important for you. And I love how you broke it down. And it also makes me think about things that we say we're passionate about doing, or something that you want to invest in. You don't want to go wake up every day doing something and not seeing the progress or the results. When you do something, when you say, okay, I'm going to start my business. I mean, I've had my business for a few years now, over a decade actually. And it's over a decade, but it didn't, I didn't start immediately working. There was that planning phase. And something common between you and me is that when I was still in tertiary, that's when I started thinking about the design business. And that time I was doing systems for students that were just lazy to program and all of that, and they would pay me. And right there I was like, oh, this is an opportunity, you know. And not only that, I was like, okay, I'm able to do this and that. I could make myself extra money, you know. And as time went by, I grew into the business. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, I see my business growing and all of that, but how do I expand it? Now I'm in that process where how do I make it grow? Last year was another year for me, like another year that was just a little bit difficult. I was just going through personal things, and they were taking up too much of everything. So meaning a few things were suffering, even my business. And it made me think that if you're going to have a business, then you should find ways for it to work for you even when you're not there. And I think Vositembekwayo stresses that a lot. And he would tell you that if you're not going to be away for 40 days or whatever days from your business and your business is not functioning well, just know that you are self-employed. You are not the CEO of your business, or you are not an entrepreneur. You are self-employed. So take note of that. So I really love that you pointing out that as you continue with your 8 to 5, remember that goal that you're working towards, and actually write it down. And I think we take for granted the things that we envision. You know, just write it down. And as you write it down, do something about it so that later on you can see yourself, you know, focusing on it even full time. I actually resigned. I was working for a different company. I resigned, and then when COVID hit, it became a bit of a problem. Then I went back again because I felt like, the business was like most businesses were just struggling a bit. So I had to like find a balance. But I love that you're saying that, because my goal is to not wake up in traffic every morning, cry every day because of taxi drivers that will just, you know, drive past you. Not even indicating. We're not like the brake pads the fairly. You know, because you're frustrated in traffic and all of that, you know. But this frustration we have to deal with. That's another thing as well. You know, don't let, and this is just something out of what we're saying now, but don't let emotions take away your day. Don't let a bad experience control your day, how your day is going to end. Because sometimes, I'm talking about taxi drivers because they can be a pain sometimes, motiling, but don't let that ruin your day, because I always say that you should make today count, because you just never know what tomorrow may bring. So don't allow anything or anyone who woke up from the wrong side of bed, you know, road rage and all of that, say things to you, and then your day's ruined. So just smile and say bye, smile, wave, or just ignore. Play your music, play your podcast. You can play our podcast. It will keep you entertained until you get to work. That's how I want us to end it. But yeah, before we wrap it up, I hope you enjoyed what we shared, RealFam. Like I said, take a piece of yourself from our conversation. I know that our stories are not the same, but there's just so much we can learn from each other's stories. This is a story on its own. And I think your story, in a nutshell, if I can sum up what we just shared, your story to me is that, you know, not only am I building myself, but in that process, I'm choosing me. You know, not only am I building a legacy, in that process, I'm choosing me, what works better for me, what makes life easy for me, you know. And I think it's something that we can all take from her, because we really deserve to choose ourselves always. We need to do that. Choose yourself, whether you choose to live a healthier life, to make sure that your mindset or your mental health is in good standing. Please do just a little bit to make sure that you are in the good space. So my space. She's here to witness that. Yeah.
It's right there actually.
It's right there. So definitely everything RealFam is working together for our good. And I just pray and hope that you get the wisdom to find yourself, to give yourself a bit more grace. I think let's not be hard on ourselves. With everything that we've shared, don't be so hard on yourself that you don't have that time to.
80% of the time, these emergency situations happen at home. And a lot of people actually don't know how to do CPR and first aid. So that day, my mom... Exactly. And it's such a life-saving skill. If everybody knows how to do it, the chances of survival for your loved ones are higher.
I love that.
Yeah. So both cases were successful. So I managed to revive them. So thank God. But my mom, we don't know till this day what happened. They think she had some kind of allergic reaction. But we can't pinpoint. And it took me some time. I still get anxiety when she's not well, when she's feeling ill. And she's not somebody that gets ill all the time. She's not that old anyway. But every time she says, I'm not feeling well, then I have a sense of anxiety because I feel like I'm far away from her. Who's going to be there to save her? Because on the day that it happened, when I revived her, I was home. Fortunately, I was home. And with my granddad, he had a heart attack. So a hot day like this. And this all happened in 2021. So a hot day like this. And he collapsed at the gate. Luckily, we witnessed it. We rushed out and we managed to revive him as well. But he was old, 85. So after like 4 days, his organs started failing. So we had to say goodbye. But that's not the story for many people. Many people, their loved ones collapse and they die on the spot. And they feel hopeless because they don't know what to do. And if they knew how to do bystander CPR, that could have
been a different story.
Exactly. Thank God they have an amazing system at Survival CPR. So we are a list of, I think, 8 instructors. And basically you book a course. So we have courses every Saturday most of the time because during the week, people are at work. All right. And then maybe if you want your corporate to call us in, we also do that those courses for corporates. So you just book a course with us and then an instructor is allocated and anybody can learn. It's something that you have to renew after every 2 years. It's just sad that South Africa hasn't regulated it as a policy that everybody needs to learn CPR. And I mean, there's shortage of staff, there's shortage of ambulances. I really feel like
ambulances coming after
exactly. And what you could have done something in those 2 hours if you knew a simple protocol and just simply what to do in case of an emergency. Because when we do the courses, people are like, you saying practical things that we actually don't even think about. So the training is quite important. People take it for granted, but it is very, very important. And I'm passionate about it because I've seen it save my loved one's life. And my advantage was my medical background. But some people don't have that advantage.
That's true. That's true. Oh man, I love that. So I guess this is some kind of a wake-up call to you and me, because I'm telling you, I wouldn't know what to do if anything was to happen. Actually, I was talking to my mom. When was it? Yesterday. It was Saturday. Yes, yesterday. So yesterday, I spoke to my mom on the phone. No, I'm lying. On Friday evening. So she sounded fluish, and she was like, no, I feel like I've got flu. I need like some Strepsil, something for the flu and all that. And right there, I was like, oh, how I wish I could just rush to the chemist, get her all the things she might need. So, because I know once my mom starts having flu, it becomes terrible. So, feeling helpless right there and there. I'm like, okay, so what can I do? I was like, do you have anything there? And all of that. She's like, no, I don't have this and that. I was like, okay, fine, I'm far away from you, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send you money or whatever you need to go buy it so that you become better. I mean, I feel being far from our parents, guys, it's really not nice. But if there's something that you're able to do, then do it. But I really love what you shared now. It's actually you shed some light. I never imagined, because I thought maybe it's more of the profession that you need to have, and before you even touch someone who maybe collapse or something's happening to them, you need to get them, a professional to check them out. But in incidences where now you don't know if it's something that can take their life immediately, or else you could have done something about it, So that's so profound. Thank you so much for sharing that. And please give me those details so that people can know where to contact you for trainings. You can choose her. I think you can choose which facilitator you want.
So we have...
We're choosing her.
We have... So the website has all the dates that are available. So the website has all the dates that are available. And then you pick a date where you are available. And the instructor for that day will already be on the website. So you basically it's already pre-booked. So you can already see who's the instructor for the day.
Because I thought maybe like you have, when you go to a doctor or book for a doctor's appointment, you can select which doctor you want. I thought it was that way, but anyway, it's fine.
Already pre-booked.
But we'll choose the one where she's there, right? I think you can pause, but don't stop. You can pause, but don't give up. That's my thing right there. So give yourself a bit of grace, and don't forget to make today count. RealFam, thank you so much, my darling, for coming. I appreciate you. I think you're a natural. You just Bona. I loved it. I loved it so much. You were a little nervous earlier, and then you made me a little nervous, but we flew into it, and I hope that you enjoyed what we shared today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Aww.